Living Well with a Disability, One CIL's Success Story. CIL stands for Center for Independent Living.
I'm Audrey Schramer-Phillip, the Executive Director at Three Rivers Center for Independent Living, and we serve what we refer to as Central Northeast Kansas. It's a 10-county area that has some metro, mostly rural, and we also have a unique project. We have a Native American independent living project on the Prairie Band Potawatomi Reservation. We serve on general, we have about 800 consumers ongoing, and we also provide the home and community-based services and fiscal management services for personal attendants. One of the ways that we've used evidence-based research was when we decided to do our Living Well with Disability classes. We had heard a lot about them. We looked into the research and thought that there was a really effective tool to use with consumers, which made us excited to try the project, and for a multitude of reasons. That we were looking for something with proven successful outcomes. Nobody wants to jump into a project not really having an idea where it might go. This gave us some guidelines. It was very easy to talk to funders about the project. When they knew that there were established outcomes, they were much more ready to fund the projects. And quite frankly, it's easier to convince staff that it's a worthy project when they can see that other centers have tried these projects and made them work. So we were very successful for that. I mentioned earlier about our Living Well with Disability classes too, that the reason that we chose to start the classes was based upon the research on them. But I also wanted to point out that the effect that it had on our center, I mean, we went into it thinking it would benefit consumers. Our staff became so excited about the project, and they met a lot of new people. We expanded the project to do a teen class, which just generated more excitement than we ever imagined. Even though we cover a large area, we don't get much funding, so we have very small staff. We can't do the kind of outreach that we'd like to. And these Living Well classes offered us an opportunity to address teens as a group, to contact them. We built new relationships with the special education districts. And we actually had the opportunity for the youth to come into our office and attend the classes, where then they were surrounded by staff here, people with disabilities who could mentor them. And it just generated an excitement beyond what we imagined. And the research, the follow-up surveys from the students really surprised us. The staff and the students both noted a big leap in their decision-making ability. One of the areas that surprised us too, although probably shouldn't have from the research, was talking about issues fears, emotions, and particularly with our Native American project, where we know that the suicide rate is so high among Native Americans. The youth started a big conversation on end-of-life issues and fear of death. And worked through those, and through all the classes they were able to rate their abilities to manage their emotions as much better at the end of the project than going into the project. And that was just really surprising to us and very powerful, and that was very good information to share with our legislators, which is another great way to use evidence-based research. And my staff just reminded me of this recently. They went to we try to get to the county commissions on a regular basis, and after the teen classes ended, they shared this information with the county commissioners, and it was a very positive interaction, and they liked to hear this feedback. It's great to have success stories, it's great to have the feel-good stories, but when you can show a measurable positive impact from something, it goes further, and it makes them think that you can repeat the success, which will help you when it comes to funding, when it comes to being able to start new projects or develop new relationships. So that may be one of the best outcomes that we have gotten from all of this, is maybe a little bit more credibility with individuals. It's not just, oh yeah, you do great work. Oh yeah, you do great work because of this, and we know you can continue to do great work because of what you've been doing. So I think that's exciting to be able to have that conversation with legislators and public individuals. One of the surprising outcomes that came with the Living Well with Disability classes that we hosted is when we decided to pursue teen classes. Our first teen class the moms wanted to attend. They were so excited about the curriculum, and so we actually took it to the next level where we had, it just happened that it was moms and daughters. We didn't have any dads at that time that expressed interest. So we actually had a mom and daughter class. And our staff kind of geared to the education and separated the moms and the daughters for discussion portions and then brought them back together. And that was something that was unanticipated. And at the end of the class, that both the daughters and the moms felt that it was very beneficial. You know, to have those kind of conversations with your teens is so rare anyway. Like the American Express commercial, that's priceless to have any time with your teenager. And to talk about how you manage issues, make decisions from health to the sex conversation that parents never like to have with their teens. They had all those conversations as part of the class, and that was really a great experience. And several of the individuals have developed a support group and maintained in contact with each other since then. So that was unexpected, exciting, and I hope we can duplicate it, and how great it would be to have a father-son class too, or a father-daughter and mother-son class. It's great to have that mix and an exciting project.
This video is a project of the Research and Training Center on Independent Living at the University of Kansas. Living Well with a Disability is a health promotion program provided in collaboration with the Kansas Department of Health and Environment Disability and Health Program, with funding from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. For more information about the Living Well with a Disability program in Kansas, visit www.rtcil.org/training/livingwell.shtml, or contact Research and Training Center on Independent Living, email rtcil@ku.edu, phone 785-864-4095, touchtone phone 785-864-0706, mailing address the University of Kansas, 4089 Dole Center, 1000 Sunnyside Avenue, Lawrence, Kansas 66045.